Hello, my name is Reggie and today I'll be sharing with you a tag video. This is the Ruler of Books tag and I was tagged to do this by the lovely Clara from Clara Reads, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. This tag was created by Ariel over at Ariel Bassett, so I will link her original video and her channel down below as well. The people's will be down below. You should subscribe to them. You should also subscribe to me if you're new here. And I post new videos every Sunday and some other days in between there when I get a chance. And I really think that you will enjoy it here if you enjoy books, because the content is books. Books are great. We love books here. So if you don't like books, you probably shouldn't subscribe. Let's just get into the Ruler of Books tag. The idea for this is obviously I am the ruler of all the books and I get to make the calls. And the questions are the calls I make. So our first question is, if you were the ruler of books, what book would you make everyone read? Before this year, I probably would have said like, oh, I don't know if every person should really read a book, maybe Harry Potter. I'm sure you can find lots of tag videos where I've said that. But now, I have two. The first is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is a contemporary novel that is inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's so relevant and so important, and I think this is going to be a classic one day. I also think everyone should read Dear Ajawele or A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions. This is by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and she is the woman who gave the TED Talk, We Should All Be Feminists. This is a letter she wrote to her friend who was asking her how to raise her child feminist, and this is just so incredibly great. I think everyone should read it because this is like a pretty soft introductory level to feminism, but it's also like a step up from We Should All Be Feminists, and it takes everything a step farther, and I just love it so much. Every person in the world should read this. This should be required reading for humanity. I want everyone to read this book so badly. And it's super short. Like, the audiobook is literally an hour. Question number 2 is, if you were the ruler of books, what would you abolish in book construction? So things that you don't like in the way books are made. Let me tell you, I don't like deckled edges. So I don't own any books with deckled edges because I hate them so much, but I do have a library book that has deckled edges. So as you can see, deckled edges are when the pages are not even. So one page will be a different length and it gives this really textured feel to the pages. I hate that. Question number 3 is, if you were the ruler of books, what author would you commission to write you any book? For me, this is Andy Weir, who is the author of The Martian. Give me more. I love this book so much and I want him to write more books. So he's gonna write me a book. I don't care what. Whatever he wants. Question number 4 is, if you were the ruler of books, what book would you demote to the library basement to make room for new books? There are a lot of books I could demote to the basement, but the one that comes to mind first is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. That might just be coming up to top of head because the movie recently came out and it's being buzzed about, so that means that it's top of mind right now for me, but I really disliked that book, and the ending particularly, the portrayal of a disability, and I disliked a lot about that book. So if you are interested in my thoughts on this book, I do have a spoiler-free review on it. You can go watch that. Question number 5 is, if you were the ruler of books, what cover artist would you commission to make you a mural? I have just the person. I would have David Mann design me a mural. He is a cover artist for the Bone Season books. I think these are gorgeous. And we're talking about like the original covers plus the special edition covers that are going to be continuing this. I think these covers gorgeous and I love them. Alternatively, I really like Adam S. Doyle's work on the Raven Cycle series. I think these would make really good murals or something in this style. Question number 6 is, what character's face would you put on a coin? This is the easiest question. Hermione. Really, who deserves to be on a coin more than Hermione? Love Hermione so much, so probably not a surprise. Question number 7 is, what book would you award the Ruler of Books 2016 prize to? This tag was created in 2016, so they're saying like probably what's your favorite book of 2016. My favorite book I read in 2016 you can see by watching that video, but I'm going to talk about my favorite book that I've read so far in 2017. And technically my favorite book I've read this year so far is The Hate You Give, but since I've already spoken about this, I'm going to talk about another one of my favorite books, and that is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. This is a YA contemporary story of deals heavily with very important topics such as rape culture and feminism and just a lot of things that need to be discussed right now, and I do have a spoiler-free review on this book as well, so you should definitely check it out right there. But it's just so good and I'd say this is one of my favorite books I've read this year. This video went by really quickly. There weren't a lot of questions and they were really easy to answer, so that's cool. I'll tag some people down in the description bar below. Since this tag has been going around for a while, I don't know who has and hasn't done it, and I feel like this was very, very popular a bit ago, so it's very possible pretty much everyone has done this. So I will tag people in the description box below. If you haven't already, you should subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You should also comment down below and let me know what is one book construction you would banish if you were the ruler of books. So for me it was deckled edges. What kind of things in the building of the books do you dislike? Let me know. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.
Baby, I beg you, yeah.